To manifest eternity per the almighty Shogun's will. That is what I aspire to.
Всем доброго вечерочка. Так, ну что, немножко погоняем в Геншин. Посмотрим, что там выпустили. Да квестики поделаем, как всегда.
To strike your foe takes unity between mind, arrow, and bow.
Так. Мгм. А задание? Требуется ранг приключений 35 и завершить. Слава рыцаря черная змея. А чё за этот? Слава рыцаря черного змея. Слава рыцаря черного змея. Мгм. И где такой квестик у меня? Что такое? Так, стоп. А, ну да. Ну, я еще думал сегодня с утра запустить Геншин, ну, а потом Субнатику, думаю, ну, или Быдло, думаю, ну ладно, Быдло запустим. Так, что за слава рыцаря черного змея? Так, ну-ка, ради интереса. Помолимся 10 раз. Угу. Фиши.
The duty of a tank.
Разлом, да. Он даже не все открыто у меня в разломе.
Warrior is to watch over the...
Так. Че, фиши, наверное, у меня уже все, да? Ну да. Что дает? Короче, фишили вся.
mountains and forests, while that of the Kujo clan is to guard Inazuma. These two are...
Привет. Да, не знаю. Попробовал сейчас 10 круток. С мировыми? Да можно прогуляться. Я давно что-то их никого не зачищал. Я вообще лучников не люблю. Вообще лучников не люблю. Не играю ими, но можно попробовать хоть одну пятерку себе сделать лучника. Блин, зараза, вот лучше бы кто-нибудь из них двоих бы был. Фишили так уже.
I will bring.
I must put this to my superiors.
The threads of your fate lie.
Да, давно я не гонял. Так не поиграешь, потом как заново начинаешь вспоминать, куда что тыкать. Да не говори, ага. Ежедневки хоть сделаю. Костюм на эту похож. Есть перс у меня этот.
Huh? Huh?
Не. А, ну неважно. Чего? Не понял.
fairy.
Embrace the ice.
Final cut fairy.
Ладно, мне материал вообще нужны. Че я их бью-то? Так, где материалы? О,
My apologies.
I... No.
где припасы-то? А, ладно, один есть.
Let's get down to
Где-то
business.
еще один должен быть. Бюджетка не дает.
To the fairy.
Мгм. Где-то еще припасы, я их не вижу. Понятно. Ну да. Бывает. Не так часто, конечно, но. Привет, привет. Мгм. Так, знаешь, этот от БДО отдохнуть. А что-то они опять очередной ивент ввели, и БДО все перестало падать. Что-то не хочется фармить впустую. У них периодически эта фигня бывает, когда этот какие-нибудь ивентовые приколюхи завозят золотые, и все. Про дроп можно забыть. Я не хочу я с вами драться. А драться, по-видимому, придется.
I'll protect us. Whirling snow. Sakura swirl. Boing, boing, boom. What's happening?
Так, еще одна ежедневка. Так, и в разломе, да, надо пойти задание доделать.
Take flight! Let the show begin. Whirling snow!
Быстро. Так. Собираем.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra.
Да, наверное. Месяц, а то или больше. Я это не проверял. Надо еще в чайник зайти сразу.
This realm is true.
Так. О. Это что-то добавили. Конвертация древесины. Угу. Что-то новенькое. Ладно. Я не хочу ее менять. Новое из декора добавили.
If you ever have it.
Сразу семена
This
куплю
realm is-
тогда. Так, сокровищница. Че все позаканчивалось? Это что-то новенькое.
If you ever have any...
Че ты там за это ругаешься? Мгм. Тоже не было.
A blade embraces it.
А мне, походу, нужно делать... Да? Мгм. Сюжет куда надо делать нужно? Печально, печально, печально. А что там в разломе, не помнишь? Какой квест мне нужно доделать, чтобы по-быстрому на сюжетку выйти? Так я вот что-то с рыцарями-то и не вижу нифига. По этой иди здание... по этой, да? Воспоминания? Точно. Рыцарь черного змея жила. Всё.
A blade
Так, а мне куда это нужно?
embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
В разлом, да? Мгм. Пошли в разлом тогда. Мгм. Ничего, ничего, сейчас вспомню уже. Потыкаю, вспомню. Стоп. Здесь же надо этот в разломе. Вот эту хренотень использовать. Не. А ты знаешь, я как-то так. Особо никуда не тороплюсь. Просто вообще на расслабоне по фану играю. Геншин. Кстати, прикольно они сделали. Теперь, если две итемки падают, то они просто пишут, что итемка и две штучки их. Не надо щелкать два раза. Так, это здорово. Так. Давай посмотрим. Эй, еда, стой.
It's a humble hilly churl camp. Oh, these hilly churls look like they're in pretty bad shape too. Is this what Halfdan wanted to show us?
Whether it is or not, everything here is worth investigating in detail. Inspect the area. Leave no stone unturned.
Seems like these hilly churls have no life left in them at all. Before long, the hilly churls we meet in the wild are always so rowdy. We may not have a whole lot of happy memories dealing with hilly churls. Hilly churls usually store food but these seem pretty much empty. Is it because they're so... Even if they don't need to eat anymore, Paimon bets they still miss food for the flavor.
Да, Пайман еще та. Обжора.
There's even a bonfire here, like what hilly churls build in the wild. Wait, but wasn't Dane saying that hilly... Maybe, in the very, very end, they... How did that flower get this far underground? Did someone bring it in memory of the deceased hilly churls? Hey, now that you mention it, Paimon thinks it looks...
It is the national flower of Kanria, the Intivat. It once bloomed all over the nation. It would only last 2 weeks before wilting. But if you were to pluck one and take it out of Kanria, the petals would stop growing and turn hard. Only when it finally returned to its home soil would the petals grow soft once more. And so the Intivat is a symbol for a wanderer far from home.
So for this flower to get here, it must have...
Your Highness, so the proposal finally has your blessing?
In focusing single-mindedly on confronting the heavenly principles, we neglected our original mission, the revival of the homeland. I should not have been so indecisive.
The device is almost ready. We await your command.
What are the chances of succeeding?
Theoretically speaking, approximately.
Теоретически возможно.
Even a 1% chance is enough. For too long have we dwelt in the abyss. Surely they would rather return to the natural cycle of life and death as soon as possible than continue to exist as they are, without a shred of dignity. They cannot be made to continue paying the price for those...
The Order is most fortunate to be graced with your decision.
Lumine. You saw something, didn't you? Can you tell me what it was?
Yeah, you zoned out for quite a while there.
Huh. Well, people do say that twins have a special connection. It sounds as if they are attempting to make use of certain equipment to cleanse the curse. And you say she mentioned the revival of... No surprise there. Stubborn as ever. It appears as if the Abyss Order plans to use this location to cleanse the hilly churls of their curse, and after all, there can be no nation without a people. It is the height of foolishness. They have no chance of success. But I told you already that no one knows this curse better than I, having lived with it for 500 years. Trying to remove it by force will achieve nothing but to inflict further suffering. So make sure you are clear in your mind. You have to tell. If you cling to false hope and allow yourself to become too emotionally invested, the only way is down. Save your strength for something worth saving. Oh? But of course, I am merely someone you hired for a task, while she is your sister. It is only natural for you to side with her. But whatever decision you make cannot deter me from mine. My chosen path is to stop the Abyss. If we have reached an impasse, then perhaps this... I see. It seems that the 3 questions I put to you on our first meeting were worked very well. Since you have volunteered your true thoughts on this right now, I have a more immediate agenda, that is to say, the Abyss's actions here directly dishonor the final wishes of Halfdan and my other compatriots. The Abyss may appear at any moment. Be on your guard.
Ну да, ну да, да.
La la la. We can see the Upside Down City from here, too.
Wait, watch out!
What's going on? Is that light coming from the room in the center?
The mutation is continuing. Has the Abyss...
Dean Smith, I see your incessant meddling continues, and that you have once again joined forces with... Regrettably, I was not in time to control your exit from the network, and it sent you here of all places.
I am surprised that you dare to face me. You ran like a coward last time.
Our Highness's will must be done. All interferences must this time. The curse that torments...
You are the only ones who torment them. There is nothing else left of those hilly churls.
Say what you wish. I am going nowhere, Dean.
Then you will give your life just to delay the inevitable. How absurd. But since you wish to persist, then... You really think you can use that device beneath the pool to cleanse this curse?
Do not underestimate the ways of the Abyss. One cannot provide the cleansing effects of the water not tenfold, but 100-fold.
Then I overestimated you. This plan is even cruder than I thought.
Чё?
Take flight.
Чё, опять убежал, что ли?
This Abyss Herald for ages. Now you finally got him.
There's no time to celebrate. The Abyss Order's device is activating, but there's still time to destroy it.
All right, let's go.
А я когда? Походу мне сюда, да? А, нет, это я эти ставил. Маячки. Так, а как наверх забраться, я уже и не помню. Туда, значит.
Life goes on.
La la la. Da da da. La la la.
Что там надо? А, ящик. Я опять видел тот камень. Шахту запечатали, не иначе, как из-за него. Но теперь департамент по делам граждан. На все нужны деньги. Последние 2 года шахта была запечатана. Я не могу больше тянуть без работы. Один, ты обязан подорвать этот камень, хотя бы ради дочери. Похоже, это ключевые вырвали из блокнота. Интересно, кто его здесь оставил. Может, определенно Цедин. Зачем Цедину было приносить сюда порох? Он хотел что-то взорвать. Вернемся к этому позже. Угу. Короче, какой-то еще квестик. Ты кто? Ребенку не место в разломе. Как здесь оказалось? Меня зовут Цинань, и я дочь Стыдина. Да, по-моему, шахтер в доме здорово, правда? С тех пор, как мама после моего рождения заболела, умерла, он растил меня один. В шахте разлома так темно, но ради меня папа забывал о страхе и работал, не покладая рук. Зачем ты спустилась в разлом? Я соскучилась по папе, он постоянно занят работой. Когда он уходит в шахту, то возвращается домой только через месяц. И тогда я остаюсь дома совсем одна. Если бы что-нибудь случилось, мне было бы так одиноко и страшно. А в шахте очень здорово. В лагере я была бы с папой каждый день. Он бы заботился о мне и защищал меня. Ну давай теперь куклу сделаем. А что такое? Так. Почему опять видео без звука? У тебя тоже без звука видосики? Или это что у меня какая-то хрень? У меня, кстати, до этого тоже ролики не было звука, и сейчас вот то. Хрен знает, что такое.
I thought he would have been turned to ashes in an instant.
Понятно, что это
Halfdan's soul
было.
is extraordinarily resilient.
Meddling fool! Encumber us no more!
Don't you have a greater encumbrance to worry about? Come on. This is your grand opportunity to get rid of me. Take him out and
Крокот.
deactivate the device.
Ну, а что, иногда можно? Прикольно же.
Behold, the abyss.
Let's
Не
dance.
только же в БДО
My
катать.
apologies. Kamisato art.
The name of the truth. The power of revelation.
Take flight.
The truth shall set you free. Peace and hope find you.
My apologies.
Power of revelation.
What do we do now? The Abyss Lecter's gone, but the device won't stop. And Halfdan.
No. As long as the device is active, the cursed are rendered powerless. Only you can take on. If you value his sacrifice, then do not waste any more time. See all these rays of light and portals. They must have installed several of these energy.
So, we have to go through these.
Привет всех.
Whirling snow.
Boing, boing,
Не, нет, ты чё, никто не накинулся? Это так прикалывается? Да. Что нужно сделать? А, просто сломать.
Wait! Dane, this must be unbearable for you too, right?
Never mind that. Halfdan and the others are enduring far greater suffering than I. There's no time to lose.
55 ранг.
So rude. Embrace the ice.
Здорово, кот.
So rude. Whirling snow.
Quick, destroy the devices and put an end to the Hilichurl suffering!
55 ранг. Ну, персонаж так, слабо прокачанный. Так, что там Сев ты написала, я не увидел. Так как мне линшить, я нашла джинсовую кофту. А шляпка была. Это ты про чё? Так, Гистрит тебе ничего не дала, ты решил уйти из БДО? Но я не решил уйти из БДО, просто не вижу смысла пока фармить.
Wheel of life. Take flight.
Подожду лучше. Не то что Гистрит, 2 дня просто видно, что по луту плохо. Оно частенько так бывает, когда вводят ивенты с золотыми итемками. И начинается вот такая свистопляска. Получается только нач. Что, я могу? Нет? Не могу? Я не могу. Так, как туда пройти? А у тебя ты через мобильный, да, гоняешь? Нормальная цена так. Пипец. Чего у вас так все дешево-то?
Whirling snow. Sakura swirl.
Я думал 5 рублей в месяц, у тебя 5000. Нормально у вас цены там.
It's gone dark all around now. Shall we head back to the room in the set?
А, это походу вниз, да, нужно? Сейчас посмотрим. Я про это говорю, думаю, нифига, думаю. 5 косарей в месяц. Интернет.
So, that's it.
Не, ну это еще терпимо.
Device is fully shut down now?
The burning sensation has indeed stopped.
So, we managed to stop the Abyss Order's plan?
Let me check.
Dane must be really upset. Of all the ways to be reunited with one of his former comrades after so long.
Let's go. Huh? Light.
Да, читаю. Ну просто этот. Про себя читаю.
Apologies, Captain Dainsleif, Twilight Sword. Back then,
I failed you and failed to protect our people. No. For 500
Кризис.
years you have faithfully done your duty.
Нет, да что-то не знаю, лута нету.
Conria didn't fall, did it? Since you're still here. Correct. So, no need to revive the homeland.
Не то, что не обидел, просто
That was Halfdan's soul.
как-то фармить, когда ничего не падает, и неохота.
More than one kind of strange power exists here. So, still, if you intend to venture deeper...
You bet. We'll be super careful. Oh, but dang.
That device took a severe toll on me. It will take me some time to recover.
Oh, right. Well, actually, Paimon already knew that. You've earned a good rest, Dane. Oh,
Vacation? The very notion. This word has no business being... There are more important things that demand my attention. The Loom of Fate operation is still underway. And I suspect that these amplification devices are connected to that plan. Thank you for understanding. I
Внимание.
only hope that next
Ну, я
time
сейчас
we
покажу
meet,
тебе его.
you know whose side you're on.
sheesh. He sure knows how to hold a grudge. Saving that snide Well, shame that we didn't get to see your sister again. But as long as you keep pressing on with your journey, you guys will definitely meet again. And oh, Paimon almost forgot. The real reason we came here was we've probably seen enough to report back to the miner now. But, we'll figure it out.
Тестовый забег. Так, я уже тоже на грани, вроде понты. Осталось 7 точки, все падать перестали. Уже узел соединен, нифига не помогает. Так нет, я тебе говорю, видно было, как они вот этот ивент вели. То есть, да, со вчерашнего дня, что ничего не падает, ни в гистре, и вообще перестало все падать. В этом... Как его? В лесу.
Keep up. Enshroud. Let's nip that in the bud. Keep up.
Вот тоже, видишь, с бумерангом. Лучница. О, хопа.
Can't see. I hear everything.
Ага, шай.
Enshroud. Let's nip that in the bud.
Just like we rehearsed.
I'll uproot you.
Как-то так, в общем. Я поэтому и думаю, так, обойдусь, потом пофармлю. Так. А, вот, Отправляйте земли Дедера фронта.
These bombs. Heavy.
Ну, все нормально. Теперь можно идти. Так. Куда? Угу. Давай сюда телепортируемся. Что-то ты там сочиняешь, код. Насчет сильно порезки урона. Так, а где проход сюда? А что тут надо сделать? Или я уже сделал? Ладно. Я вообще квестик иду делать. А. Эволюционировавший спор чудовища с зачатками разума. Впервые получили удар электро или пиратаки. В зависимости от элемента атаки, оно переходит в состояние оживления или обожения. Победив этого изменившегося игрового монстра, чтобы получить разные награды. Понятно. Ботанизация.
La la la.
Да. Чё? В миру вам могут попасться символы, которые выглядят как череп. Лесной цветок. Направлять к ним, способны управлять стихиями, могут использовать их силу, чтобы перемещаться с большей скоростью. Если вы видите такие бутоны соцветия, способны разбрасывать четырехлистные символы, используйте их. Так будет проще путешествовать по всему миру. Ну, у него копье. Там молнии становится. Молнии бьет. Это что за значок такой? А, вот он, да? Ну его опять апнули. А что надо сделать-то? Блин, пойми, ну здорово, короче. Я не знаю, я ж только начал.
Now that we made it to Sumeru, our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. And speaking of Lesser Lord Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted you. But even so, people call Sumeru the Nation of Wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the God of Wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information.
Ну, Дренда регион уже.
Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to, even if we can't see exactly where the city is.
Посмотрим, посмотрим.
Wait a second. Look! There's... Perfect timing! Now we can just ask for directions rather than wander around. Hey there! We're... Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey! You over there! Could you give us some directions?
Huh?
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait! Well, even so, she might be heading someplace. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else. Come on, let's follow her. Just keep quiet. Make sure she doesn't notice us.
А, вон оно как.
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here. What should we do now? Do we try asking her for... It looks like she's meditating or something. Oh! What a lovely smell! It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice. Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good. What? Is the smell making you feel sick? What's happening? Traveler? This is...
Матрица. Слышу, слышу. В Тетрис.
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely
Или в
knowledgeable.
сапера.
If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now?
Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake!
Ага.
Well, we're at... Good question. Where are we? Haima was in such a panic
Забыла
when you
спросить.
passed out that she even forgot to ask.
This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a place to rest in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by... My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
Sorry, Master.
Террария или Майнкрафт? Ну, смотри.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time...
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking to.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be.
Человечки, прыгающие перед глазами.
So, how are you doing?
Oh, this is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. That incense typically has no effect on most people. But for a very select few, it can have profound... Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious?
Конечно, мы все видели. Да, Black Desert Mobile,
Kale,
точно.
let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can
Yes, Master Tainari.
Wait, hold on a sec.
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However,
Further observation?
no need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude, if you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Oh, are you
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, the rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Да, я тоже не люблю на телефонах играть.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but, hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you, you know. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here. But why didn't you say it? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw... Oh, Paimon gets it now. Well, that settles it then. We'll stay here to rest up and figure... But it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option
Спросите
anymore.
других.
What do you think we should do? Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask... Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
A blade embraces its due.
А, прикольно. Ночью рыбачить на пруд? Ну и где? А, вот он. Туда пройти не могу. Угу. Ну он.
All right, next let's see. Right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still
Давай,
haven't
давай,
received the
Клод.
patrol route for
Прошу
today.
пробачить.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time.
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah! Since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you, and if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the
Tighnari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest now. I'll leave any further details to Kale.
Yes, you can count on me. So, Kale, what
О, времена, он нравы, да, кризис.
Tighnari mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but, that doesn't really... Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities. And as for Master, well, he has to handle more. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps. Paimon, Traveler,
Нет,
this way.
нету.
You can leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Было бы прикольно, если была бы озвучка.
There's a pleasant...
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next.
So, where shall we go for a walk?
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me... No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up. Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard... by the way, Kale, do you know anything? That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? Huh? Greater Lord Oh! Is that the name of the former Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon, and to celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord. Uh-huh. Then what? Well, and then... Huh? You're not too sure? Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But... Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right? Wait, Amber? You mean... Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even... There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt... sorry. Paimon thought the work of sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
Ну да, здесь только перевод. Здесь есть японская озвучка, китайская озвучка, а русской нету. Да, кризис еда на костре это вообще отдельная тема.
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber? Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in one letter. She mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, so that's how you knew. Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust. Really. I wish I could tell you more about the Ginger Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time. That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of... Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing... So that's why you're here. Thank you for telling me your... Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright, we have a statue to clean. You both have my thanks. Well, you two were up there cleaning.
Да, Александра. Можно не один.
Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Or Lesser Lord? You might be right. The statue... Well, anyway, we'll have to... Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up...
Почему у тебя игра работает, а у меня нет? А какая игра? Про Геншин? Ты сейчас говоришь? Или про БДО? Угу. А у тебя случайно этот БДО не запущено параллельно? Или другая какая-нибудь игра не запущена параллельно? Ну там потом у тебя обновление идет внутри.
Welcome back. You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a look. Yay, food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them. Whoops! No! You dropped it on the ground! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine. Oh, Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
Там просто обновление может быть. Скорее всего, докачивает какое-то. Пусть докачается.
Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something. You really know how to compliment the chef pot since you liked it so much. I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Угу. Ну, зайди в папку, где она лежит, и запусти установ... ну, этот сам файл.
Don't you think that Tainari's a little too... Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time,
Ты
I
про
heard
что,
the
Кризис,
veteran
каждому
rangers
свое.
say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature.
Да, в папке лаунчер находишь и запускаешь его. И попробуй, если что, запустить от мини-администратора.
Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called,
Понял.
something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. Sages, but Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my eat. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher. Every day he helps the locals of the forest and passes on his extensive knowledge to trainees like me.
А ты через что его? У меня просто через Epic я закачивал игру изначально. Ты напрямую?
In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here. Paimon's kinda upset though.
Хз, слушай, ну не
Kept
знаю.
following Paimon the entire way here.
Ну попробуй перекачать. Через Epic там же есть проверка файлов. Попробуй перекачать.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, why, oh why?
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
Ну, правильно, Кризис.
Hey! Now even Kali's starting to laugh. Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this. It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
3 раза перекачиваешь?
Oh, sorry, Kale. Paimon didn't mean to scare you.
No, I just...
Kale, are you okay? What's the matter?
No, I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled you both reacting like that.
Попробуй в этом поискать.
Oh,
В инете.
well, it's getting late
Из-за
now.
чего у тебя так?
Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville. I think...
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden?
Не, ну это уже другое.
She's practically running back. Paimon can't even...
Это Кризис уже другое.
Ah, Traveler, you've returned.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Kale?
Oh, okay.
Завтра поговорим. Так, подождать, да? Ждем. Кстати, Александра, ты посмотри, у тебя от имени администратора запущено или нет? Я не помню, у меня какой-то баг был, игра не запускалась, я пока не настроил, чтобы... правой кнопкой щелкаешь на лаунчер в папке и делаешь запустить от имени администратора. Только вот после этого у меня стала запускаться игрушка. Так что попробуй.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she...
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's condition.
You mean she's sick? How could she be...
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself.
Да. Причем на компьютере и на телефоне ты можешь играть в одну, ну, у тебя один аккаунт.
I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Kale?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and
Кросс-платформа
quiet.
сегодня.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, in its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not... With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the... However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but... Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui...
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She
doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head...
Yeah, we'd like to do some...
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for...
No problemo!
Let's go then. We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar.
Hey, Tainari?
Лунный лотос.
Are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then.
Ладно.
New to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Kainari. La la la. Boing, boing, boom.
My apologies.
Ну, вон они растут, вижу.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. If you could manage to gather 4 of, we'll rendezvous here once you...
Понятно.
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Собрано.
We found the...
Let me take a look. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari! Someone's calling your name! They're...
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off? Let's go find out what's going on.
Пойдем, пойдем, пойдем.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area. So we decided...
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get...
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision.
Wait, Tainari! What?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still... There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called... The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said... As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will...
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville.
Так, пошли. Что там за зона увядания? Сумерская роза. Которая не совсем роза, да?
Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area! Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of this.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call thank you. But I must warn you, even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. You ready then? Let's go.
Пойдем в зону видания.
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Whirling snow!
Ta-ta-ta! Huh?
Yeah.
Так, и что здесь сделать-то надо?
My apologies. Ha! Ta! Ya! Ta! Ha! Ta!
А, понятно.
Ya! Ha! Whirling snow! Ya!
Угу. Ясно. Короче, вот они, да?
Take flight!
А, нормально, она останавливает, но не очищает. Так, вижу.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
My apologies. Ah! Embrace the ice.
Let the show begin.
Now, destroy the tumors of the withering.
А, просто уничтожить. Понятно, понятно.
Yes, thanks to you two.
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were... If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But for instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase.
Huh? But why's that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the... No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said... By the way, have you heard of Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think... I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a... Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said, and as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease. That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's familiars a long time ago. But even those mysterious creatures, I'm afraid we Rangers will be battling the Withering Zones here for a long... Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being.
Так, телепортик. Давай сразу активируем его. Случайное приключение. Ну давай. И пустынников. А, стоп, ты под огнем. И чего тут? Сюда, похоже, дендера какого-нибудь нужно, да? А у меня никого нету. Ну ладно.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care... Huh. Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Что случилось?
What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face?
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia, she must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears...
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines. And by the time... Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still... I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these.
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? You're not... But wait, how'd you know that he'd be...
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsol's ley lines, was what I described similar? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Because what you saw is of significant importance. My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. We took an oath to protect this nation together. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsol. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneol are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsol, just as you did.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us?
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, please, wait here for a moment.
Божите.
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and... No. I should be the...
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Total of 5 dusk birds. Our recent catch was great. We definitely have enough for a grand feast this time.
А, кстати, этот же перс может взять, да? Дендера, точно.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia?
Никого нет.
Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Туки-туки, Мишка. Мгм.
There you are. Hypatia,
So...
there's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait, why does it look... Huh? How'd things out here end up looking like this? What happened? And where are we? Really? Oh.
Не надо было кушать эти грибочки.
everyone knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
My apologies. Yeah.
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Хорошие грибочки. В подземельях Сумеры иногда встречается первобытный янтарь, а также проходы, которые заблокированы им. 3 куска первобытного янтаря откроют соответствующий проход. Понятно. Раз. Угу. Угу.
Fast.
Не понял, а что-то она вперед прыгает, а не на месте. Так. О. Что, тоже грибов покушали, да?
Let the show begin.
Sakura swirl. Whirling snow. Unthinkable. Take flight.
Ух ты. В бабочку превратились. Ох, не стоило трогать эти грибы. Мне летать, а мне летать. Включить. Или выключить.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Закрыто. Пройти я туда не могу, да? Исследуйте внутренний двор в глубине коридора. Угу. А. Так, понял. Наверх. И снова здравствуйте.
Let's dance. Whirling snow. Yeah! Kamisato art. Sumetsu. Take flight.
Yeah. La la la.
Boing, boing, boom! Sacred name, fortune preserver. Whirling snow.
Что было?
Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. We faced others like him before. What's
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling. But don't you fret now. Today...
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing. Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you okay? Anyways, we can talk about this later. Whoa! Wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to...
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit
Oh, really? I seem to understand now.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So, you're able to see...
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrive...
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy...
So, Hypatia, just what kind...
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do... I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small... In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have... It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw... I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have... Yes, no doubt about that. By the way... Sorry about that.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides... Alright, we're out, Traveler. Today's
Sounds good. I've never tried any dish...
Че, надо приготовить, да?
All done! Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us. Oh, it smells amazing!
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable.
Хомячат, короче.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe it took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academy, you should know that some researchers spent their entire lives.
So why does this incense allow people to...
The ingredients used to make spirit-born ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her naturally. Anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt...
Makes sense. But
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spirit-born ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though. It appears technically your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon.
Well, that's...
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life,
Whoa! You're really serious about this whole...
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the... which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul. If only my perception wasn't so limited. And I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage.
Нормально. Хорошая практика.
Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while...
Whoa! So knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get it. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being.
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can...
Huh. Is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical. Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, the fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata... I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become... But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be. But I was free of... just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you... World forget... if only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. If you two are ever in the area again, please, there's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides...
Еще одна любительница поесть.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance...
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that as Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in
Keep your emotions in check, Ghulam. Let's at least listen to Tainari's reason for declining.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would...
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Ghulam, we're leaving.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and...
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you...
That's right! We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for...
Well, do you at least know anyone?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been... How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukadevata. Needless to say, this device and its usage...
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to...
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little... She knew you two would be leaving soon, so...
Thanks, Tainari. All right.
Farewell.
Привет,
Good
кот.
luck to you both.
Порыбачил?
I've been waiting for you two.
Чего поймал?
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another.
Чё, не быдо? А, что-то там быдо, ничего не падает. Решил погонять Геншин.
For trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but
Thank you. That means a lot.
Oh? What is it?
It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy.
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville. Well then, I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville.
Часа за 3? Это нормально. Не понял я. Чё? Почему она не взялась? Ай, как криво, а. Ничего не понял. Чего, в обучении ничего не сказано, нет? Нет. А что можно сделать из сердца мутанта? Из сердца мутанта. Из сердца мутанта. А он, кажется, обменивается. Ты наведи на него, там написано же должно быть. Наверху где-то или что? Я так, честно говоря, не помню, что там. Слоник тут нацится. Да. Эта территория находится за разломом. Да, выше улетел. Дух, ты куда улетел? Сейчас.
Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you?
Вот такие у нее статы. А, вон он, дедух. Зря сюда забирался. Да.
Faster? Okay, faster.
У меня так-то есть персонажи, просто не прокачаны они. Артефактов нету. Так, вот кто у меня есть. Нет. Это нету.
Let's go somewhere cooler.
Питомцы? Ты про кого говоришь? Питомцы, питомцы. Что за питомцы?
Go, Barb! Take flight!
А, ну у меня только шарик есть. Сёгун бумажный. У меня такого нету. А что-то я даже... А где их смотреть-то? Ну, их этот... Получается, сколько я делал? С полгода назад, чуть больше. Нет, только он один у меня. Не знаю, это шарик летает, не летает. Слушай, ну, получается, я в прошлый начал играть сезон, когда было яблоко-то. Остров Яблоко. Я начал играть как раз на него, архипелаг. Он заканчивался буквально там за неделю до окончания начал играть.
Sumeru City! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city...
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But...
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds...
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy...
Нет, там на выбор было. Потому что вроде Z говорил, у него такой шарик был, да? Такой шарик, только там какой-то, ну там, другого цвета или что. И когда ивент был, можно было и выбрать. Там их несколько разновидностей этих шариков было. По цвету, по всему.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to... May the mighty God bless us! Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing! It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it!
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusin. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't say... Oh, come on! Focusing on this question feels... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it? Because we're Outlanders, and we've only just... You too? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a... Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything. He's from Sumeru, and even has a position in the Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home. Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most
Here! This is a letter...
Oh, let me see. Oh! Ooh, what a relief.
Да я, честно говоря, когда начал играть, просто попробовал ее. Потом дали попробовать клей. Ну, понравилось, что это бомбочками кидает. Вот, и как бы я ее ролил. Выролил и все. Она выпала. Там буквально на последний день или что там. Когда ее можно было выбить, я ее выбил. Все.
Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This is... Sorry, the
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information?
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see in... All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the sanctuary...
Huh. Didn't expect her to be...
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
But...
No need to worry just yet. I'm only And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see less... In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari?
Okay.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the Hey, come on! This is a survival skill at the Academia.
Не. Я просто попробовал, и все. Не, когда Хутау, я не крутил ее. Я тогда не играл в этот момент. Когда баннер был ее.
Hello, traveler.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Тарталет прикольный, да. Тарталетка классный перс.
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha.
Another dead end. Well, if...
Please do not worry. I'm in Sumeru. The Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, they take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru's city's
Да,
defenses.
оружка влияет.
Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What?
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though if you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar. You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck.
All right, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go.
Ну да, он переключается же.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously?
afraid so. The Eremites are
Нормально.
terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, it isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most...
Oh? Why is that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe it in their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with... Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance. And the Academia never announces anything.
Really? Aww.
But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes.
Alright. Well, thanks for...
No problem. Always...
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here.
Бывает, да.
Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how...
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did... Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man panicked by what he heard. The man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests, and experienced trip in despair. He thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me.
Okay,
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man at that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an Archon seeker. Do you now understand? Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling...
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon feels all...
in a way, it seems like this...
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us...
Of course. So did you two know that... I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her?
Иду, что ли, пересмотрю прибыль за час на канал. О, иди смотри.
This stinks! We finally managed to find... Let's see if we...
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue...
did she have bandages wrapped around her wrist?
Yes, that's her. Did you...
Yeah,
Quick, after her!
Нет, нет, не делай. Джек, куда мне надо идти? А, вот она.
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the train.
Really? Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing
Да не
here
знаю,
for?
как такое.
Run!
принципе, если кого-то что-то интересует, могут на стриме задать вопрос.
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep.
Нет, не запарно. Ну, как-то, не знаю. Как-то так.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing.
Wait a sec. Who the heck are?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going...
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you...
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to...
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my... And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you...
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long... Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father. And I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have. This is my life and my last chance. So I want...
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaning...
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't ask you to return, but let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I...
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate, since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are... So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say...
Okay.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind...
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanov.
Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly... Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family.
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve person.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try some...
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too. Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendroarchon? Even though...
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even my younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was... Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder. That you hate taking medicine every morning. Wow, you really do, Dunyarzad. Is there anything you want? Want? Not really. Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. But can you... Oh. Then, can you...
After that, the voice said, okay. Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me. And beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rain. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. Nor would I have... That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendroarchon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today.
What's the
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. But because of the Academia's influence, people have the Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any fun. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it. It is. It's absolutely sure the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one...
Just remember that we're still out in...
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day, but I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never... But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you get...
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared. So I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are coming along.
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much. Even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end.
But of course! Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in...
Пошли. Базар, базар, базар. Улица сокровища. Хорошая улица. А где сокровища? Ага. Понятно. Большой базар.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Теперь на нашей стороне.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru.
So you're followers from another land? That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zero. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you
Probably? But don't sweat it.
Wow! This place...
Not bad. Huh. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. We reported it to the Academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want any—
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The Academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad, but the more she gave us, we hired some. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become
It's our dream.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros festival.
Dunyarzad, have you
Sub-Zero.
told them the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay, then I'll tell you two about how this— According to legend, the Sub-Zeros festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's, some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing as she danced upon the grass. Countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom where those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored. Oh, of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit though we're just tiny people compared to the divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that—
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Parisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that. So, Traveler and Paimon?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's...
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zeros festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Пойдем, осмотримся.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaars are the
Крафтить.
best of the best. Sure,
Либо
those
на аукционе
folks at the
покупать.
Academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
Рабочими крафтится он вообще. Тебе нужно мастерскую арендовать в городе. Ну, у меня, допустим, в Хидели. И потом на склад эти материалы сбрасываешь, и рабочий крафтит. На аукционе ставку поставь.
Milu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different
В
about
самом
it
низу,
from when we
где,
first met.
посмотри, мастерская. Как же она там называлась-то? Короче, они разные мастерские есть. Посмотри, где столы и этот. Самый низ пролистай, там 3-го уровня вроде. Там будет внизу как раз. Алхимический стол 3 и алхимический стол что-то еще там.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my.
Wow, did you sew all that?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. I've noticed that you can. Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Yeah!
Свуф.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things.
Ну да. Сладости.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are long. I mean,
Ah, dancing at the Sub-Zero's festival. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the less. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. The Sub-Zero's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine. Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler.
Whoa! Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get. But take you two, for example. You travel.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for.
Yes. You should keep searching. Sometimes the answers were.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings.
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. Oh.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Den.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia.
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kus.
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you. My lady is feeling a little worn out.
Sounds like a plan.
Встретимся возле цитадели, да. Угу. Так, там надо будет заодно активировать, да? Чё, Вадим нашел? Что, еще выше, что ли? Ну, пойдем. Что с этим делать, интересно?
Just what will we come up?
Сущность флоры. Так, давай попробуем. Угу. Так, если лучикой стрельнуть туда.
The threads of your fate lie in...
Угу. Привет, привет. Понятно.
Cry out my illustrious name.
Теперь ясно, что с ним делать надо.
What's happening?
Вот на тролле 300 плюс атаки надо. Да, тролли, конечно, выгодны.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in—
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met.
It's called being a professional.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long,
Да.
but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into
Может,
the
не
Citadel.
покруче, но тоже
We'll
не
see if the person
слабенький.
I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord. Oh,
Просто видишь,
hey, Chief.
в склепе тоже нужно дофига чё. Ну, склеп, тролли, да.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here?
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfon for more
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking if—
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering. Since you've already mentioned—
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case—
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. Oh, we know so—
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port, and the Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos.
Ну, сходите,
So the
шотнут
city's a
там.
little more laid back.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students—
If you're also interested.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The Scarlet Kings.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandon their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own.
Нет,
Well,
ничего
traveler,
так.
that's about all the information we have.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfond! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head—
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here. Good. Then we'll see you both at the—
Так, это уже вроде есть. Четверочка. Эх, ничего хорошего не выпало. Алкобум. Ну, пусть так будет. Ладно, дальше я буду потом проходить. Ладненько, всем доброй ночи. До завтра.
So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the
Ну,
time.
я, наверное, БДО сейчас попробую еще. Ну, уже просто без стрима.
A blade embraces
Уже
its
без стрима
beauty,
просто посижу.
as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Так что, наверное, уже завтра по БДО стрим. Или поставлю что-нибудь на АФК готовить. Голы скорбить. Ой, не знаю. Ну, сейчас я запущу этот, поставлю лошадок качаться, а там посмотрю. Может, позависа. А, ну да. Я в такие чудеса не верю. Как-то со мной они почему-то не работают.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Ладненько. Всем доброй ночи. Всем пока. Ну, я по-любому буду бить. Не знаю, может завтра побью. Просто, ну, сегодня что-то вообще, вот, игру вчера никакой лут был. Сегодня я пошел в гистерию считать, тоже, ну, никакой лут там.
This is a day in the life of the
Вообще ни о
traveler.
чем.
I'm learning more about you all the time.
Да. Вот именно для этого. Выбил и забыл про него. Может быть, еще на этот схожу. К этим, к паучкам. Ну, хз, посмотрим. Все, убег я.